Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Rajesh Biogenesis Chemistry Academy, Hyderabad. So, in this class we are going to discuss about a famous reaction, that is RTR, known as Riemann-Tiemann reaction. So, what is actual Riemann-Tiemann reaction, how it is helps in variable competitive exams. Okay. So, Riemann-Tiemann reaction is mostly known as formylation reaction. It is simple, a formylation reaction. Mostly formylation is going to be takes place on phenol, other heterocyclic compounds. So, preferred molecule which is involved in Riemann-Tiemann reaction is that is phenol. So, why? Because phenol having a acidic hydrogen. So, due to presence of that acidic hydrogen only, it is actually involved in Riemann-Tiemann reaction. So, selectively preferred only for phenols and some selective heterocyclic compounds. So, see the actual reaction involved in RTR. So, first you take a phenol, aromatic alcohols, reacts with chloroform in presence of sodium hydroxide at 60 degrees centigrade of temperature. Now, mixture of two products are going to be expected. So, one is ortho isomer, other is para isomer. So, ortho formylation, one more is para formylation. So, generally formylation is not preferred from Fredel-Crafts acylation. So, it is preferred only in presence of Riemann-Tiemann reaction, Welsmeyer-Heck reaction, Gettermann reaction, etc. So, in the topmost reaction is Riemann-Tiemann reaction. So, phenol reacts with chloroform in alkali medium at high temperature, that is 60 degrees centigrade. Mixture of two products are expected. Here major concept is which is major out of these two products here. So, ortho isomer is major, para isomer is completely minor involved in this one. Mixture of two isomers are expected. Ortho is major, para is minor. So, here in this ortho para, generally it is completely a thermodynamic controlled reaction. Thermodynamic control reaction. So, it is a thermodynamic control reaction. So, that is why ortho is little bit major as compared to para. So, if you are saying ortho is major, that can be identified by two specific methods here. So, we can expect a intramolecular hydrogen bonding. See, we can expect intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So, that is the reason why ortho is more stable. Why? Because we are getting a hydrogen bonding within the molecule. So, due to this it will expected low boiling point. Okay. So, low boiling point is there for ortho isomer, that can be extracted very easily. And if you go for any para isomer, so you can expect intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Two types of bondings are expected. So, this will form intra and this will form intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So, these two isomers are easily separated based on their boiling point. So, steam distillation, ortho isomer will be extracted first and followed by this one. So, see, this will carry high boiling point. Okay. So, mostly this becomes say ortho isomer, this becomes a para isomer. Okay. So, intramolecular hydrogen bonding, this is major, it will be extracted with low melting point or boiling point, and this will be extracted with low melting point or boiling point. So, this is extracted first followed by this one. Okay. And very important thing between these two is here it can be also isolated by IR spectroscopy. Okay. So, ortho isomer, para isomers are get isolated by IR spectroscopy. We can distinguish these two. Okay. And see, it is also identified by 2,4 DNP. So, whether reaction is completed or not, we can confirm very easily. Carbonyl compounds are responsible to give 2,4 dinitrophenyl hydrazine to hydrazone. So, it is a test only for carbonyl compounds. If this test is given by final product, means there is a formation of a carbonyl. Okay. So, that is this. And here if you see the mechanism in this reaction, see, initially we are taken a base is going to react with carbon trichloride. Okay, that is called chloroform. So, it is a reversible reaction, it will take this proton and migrate here, and there is a generation of trichlorocarbanion. So, this is a slow step, and very fastly see one of the chlorine atom is going to be removed here. Okay, so this is very fast, and this becomes very slow. Okay, so due to Very slow process. Chloride is very slowly it is removed. Why? Because it is carbanion stabilized by chlorine atoms. Why? Because chlorine atoms are electron withdrawing group. Finally, what happens? See, you will expect a dichlorocarbene. Okay. So dichlorocarbene is an intermediate involved in this reaction. So in Riemann-Tiemann reaction, dichlorocarbene is an intermediate. After getting that intermediate, now how it is going to attack on phenoxidine, we will see. See, we know very well, phenol is unstable as compared to phenoxidine. Why? Because it is completely an alkali medium. So whenever if we use alkali medium, it will be deprotonated like this. So after deprotonation, there is a formation of a phenoxide ion. This phenoxide ion acts as a excess electron rich around the aromatic ring. So this excess electron rich will attacks on ortho position and para position like this. It will attack here. So once if it is attacks here, ortho position connected to carbon, and here it is converted to carbanion. And see, this is takes proton from aqueous medium. This carbon will take proton from aqueous medium. So here you may expect CHCl2. Already one hydrogen atom is present, it is involved in tautomerism. So once if it is involved in tautomerism, this hydrogen migrate here 1, 3. So finally you may get a aromatic compound and CHCl2. And see, here we are using a aqueous medium, mostly it is a SN1 reaction. This nucleophile will attack on this carbon, 2 chlorine atoms are removed, and see, you may get hydroxy groups over there. So 2 hydroxy groups will result. So they may undergo dehydration, unstable, they undergo dehydration, and finally see, there is a formyl group is inserted at ortho position. So that is called formylation reaction. It is a CC bond formation reaction. Okay, so always remember this reaction is a CC bond formation reaction. Between this carbon we are getting a new CC bond, so that's why it is called a CC bond formation reaction. And see, it is an example of EPS reaction. One electrophile we are substituting on benzene. See, dichlorocarbene is an electrophile, it is a neutral electrophile that will be added on benzene. So we can say it is a EPS reaction, new CC bond formation will result. Okay, ortho is major in this one but not para, it is a thermodynamic control reaction. So now what happens if any multiple substitutions are present around phenol? Okay, see, if ortho position is completely substituted by any group, here it is a ortho substitution. If any ortho substitution is present on phenol, then definitely see chloroform in presence of sodium hydroxide, alkali medium. Now definitely para formulations are preferred. Okay, so formulation takes place at para position. Now suppose see, if ortho position having a substitution and if any para position also having a substitution, suppose see, if para already substitution is present, if you want to predict the product which is present on para position, so generally which is major? When ortho para both are available, so we know ortho is major. And very important thing, suppose see, if you want to write some amount of major ortho and some amount of minor para product, so here para there is no hydrogen, methyl group is present, so here you may expect a quinone type of derivatives are expected. Means if hydrogen is present on this para position, that will involve in tautomerism and you will expect a phenol here. So if there is no hydrogen, definitely reaction is completely restricted in the form of quinones. Okay, so this reaction is not suitable for aniline. Remember, anilines never involve in this reaction. So when aniline reacts with chloroform in sodium hydroxide, so what is the resultant answer? A resultant answer is isocyanate. A miscellaneous product is going to be expected in this one. Okay, so this reaction also not suitable for anisole. See, this is methoxybenzene, anisole. Now chloroform in sodium hydroxide, that won't give any reaction. It is impossible to get product with anisole and aniline. Okay, so in this reaction, see, same phenol I used in place of chloroform. If I use carbon tetrachloride in sodium hydroxide, So what happens, see, here we are going to expect a salicylic acid. This is carboxylic acid. We can say it is salicylic acid. Salicylic acid formation takes place. Okay. So very important thing. Suppose, see, if I take any heterocyclic compounds, pyrrole, heterocyclic compounds also involved in this reaction. So chloroform in sodium hydroxide. Now what is an EPS position for pyrrole here? This is EPS position. Second position with respect to pyrrole. This is formulation product, and very important product, that is called abnormal Riemann-Tiemann reaction, that is heterocyclic ring formation takes place. Okay. So this is called abnormal RTR, abnormal Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Okay. So quinol, pyrrole, furan, thiophene, if you take any one, so not only this reaction is similar to furan, okay, it is also similar to thiophene. So these three molecules will give EPS formulation exactly at second position with respect to their heteroatoms. Okay. Suppose, see, this is asked question in exam. See, this is called indole. So if you want to make electrophilic substitution by using chloroform in sodium hydroxide, so which is a preferred position for indole? So the preferred position for electrophilic substitution is third with respect to this one. It is most important one, and it is completely a miscellaneous reaction. It is asked in exams in many time. When indole is given, chloroform in sodium hydroxide responsible to make formulation with respect to nitrogen, third position. Okay. So suppose if I take pyridine, this is called pyridine. Suppose when pyridine reacts with chloroform in sodium hydroxide, okay, so normally it is not involved in Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Why? Because nitrogen acts as a electron withdrawing group. So due to this particular reason, here amount will be very less, but still there is a EPS reaction possible with respect to this, third position with respect to this. Okay, this is pyridine reaction, and if I use quinoline, this is called quinoline. So if quinoline is given in Riemann-Tiemann reaction, now which is a preferred EPS position for quinoline? So this is that position, fifth position with respect to this. So quinoline and isoquinoline also it is possible. See, this is isoquinoline. Now I am using chloroform in sodium hydroxide. Now where you will substitute that electrophile. So always remember, Riemann-Tiemann reaction is not suitable for any phenolic derivative having electron withdrawing groups. See, this nitrogen consisting aromatic ring having electron withdrawing character, that's why it is minor. So here electrophile should not be substituted on this ring, it is substituted on this ring. Why? Because it is electron rich as compared to this. So always remember, we are substituting a formyl group on benzene, okay, definitely that ring should carry a electrophilic, and one more is electrophilic property should be reduced and nucleophilic property should be very high. So this nitrogen decrease electron density, but see, this nitrogen will increase electron density. Okay. So what is abnormal Riemann-Tiemann reaction? With mechanism I will explain. See, this is called alpha naphthol. If alpha naphthol involved in Riemann-Tiemann reaction, so chloroform in sodium hydroxide. Now here we are making formulation here now. Formulation it ortho to hydroxy group. This is alpha naphthol. Suppose if I use a beta naphthol, this is beta naphthol. Okay, same molecular reaction, chloroform in sodium hydroxide. Now with respect to this, alpha position is preferred. Okay, so here formyl group and here hydroxy group will be present. So very important reaction is abnormal Riemann-Tiemann reaction. So means generally if you take pyrrole, okay, so when we use chloroform in sodium hydroxide, there is a generation of a carbon. Mechanism I am writing. See, chlorine, it is a carbon which is generated from chloroform in sodium hydroxide. So this will be added on pyrrole. So if it is added, there is a cyclic 3-membered ring formation will take place. Okay. After cyclic ring formation, here we know base will take proton from nitrogen and forms a amide. So after getting this amide, now here one chlorine, here one more chlorine, this negative charge migrates, this bond migrate and chlorine will be removed. And finally see, there is a 6-membered pyridine formation takes place with third position chlorine atom. So this most important reaction, it is helps for ring expansion. See, I am taking a indene. Okay. So remember, when chloroform in sodium hydroxide is giving, it is also a ring expansion reaction. Okay. Where ring expansion takes place, definitely see, here it is a 6-membered ring as usual, and here 5-membered get converted to 6-membered, and with respect to this third position, 1, 2, 3, third position you will get chlorine. So it is also one kind of abnormal Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Mostly they are known as ring expansion reactions. Okay. So that is about Riemann-Tiemann reaction with advanced applications, and you can understand this concept by referring most number of examples with complete clarity. Only thing you need to remember is what is intermediate, how that intermediate is going to be added on ring, and what kind of molecules are involved in Riemann-Tiemann reaction. So that is about Riemann-Tiemann reaction with advanced level reactions, and with complete basics we are going to discuss with variable number of videos. Thank you for us. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you.